Hi, I'm Pastor Keith Fletcher, a director of JCity Center for Hope and Renewal, and I'm here with Marta Phillips here in our podcast studio at JCity Center. Marta is on our board, and she's also our treasurer and children's director at JCity Church. And we are here to talk about a brand new program we're starting here at JCity Center for adults and for kids, and it's starting up next week. It's called Exploring Color Art for Fun and Recreation. So I wanted Marta to kind of give us an idea of what's going to be happening, and then we'll give you more details as to when it's starting exactly, the times, and how you can be a part of it. So I see you got lots of color stuff here. Does that have something to do with this art class?
It might have something to do with it. I want to explain just a little bit about what we're going to do. It's not going to be an art class where we draw the perfect rose.
So you don't have to have any ability at all?
Absolutely not, because I have no ability to draw anything. What I have found is what helps me relax the most and what benefits me the most is putting color to usually paper, but it could be color to whatever.
Okay.
And so this is going to be exploring all different mediums that you can put color into your life.
Cool.
Now, some days that color may be brown.
Yeah.
Some days
like
it may be.
Or blue.
Yes. But most days our colors are in the better orange, yellow, purple ranges.
The colors are to reflect how we're feeling.
Absolutely. To help us relax, to help us, especially we're having classes for kids grades 3 through 5. Those are from 4 o'clock to 5:15.
Right.
And when you're working with kids that particular age, they have emotions that are going wild. Right. And while they're not little, they're not grown yet, and sometimes they don't know how to express that.
So the color
yes,
gives them an opportunity to put that down in a constructive way.
Exactly. And the fact that we're not striving for perfection. They can just take the color, whatever color they need to use that day, put it on their paper or their object, and just work it out and relax. And that's what we're going for. Basically, same thing for adults. By the end of the day, when we're having our adult class from 6:30 to 8, that's kind of my stress is
right.
at the pinnacle about that time.
After a full day of work and
Absolutely.
After a full day with kids and
whatever, yes.
Trying to get everything ready
just
and whatnot.
Take my colored pencils or take my watercolors or whatever and just go into my space. And sometimes all I do is just put watercolor splashes on paper. And
so
then
you're not trying to produce a piece of art that's going to hang in a frame in a museum somewhere. I mean, this is
no.
This is something just kind of like doodling, perhaps, or
could be, or we're going to even take some books that have already been produced.
Oh yeah, okay.
And this if it's got a fish.
One page already colored there.
Oh, and this one. Oh, show this one.
Oh yeah, look at there. How pretty.
Now, we're also going to talk about how somebody may look at this coloring book and go, what in the world? There is no way I'm going to color that sloth. Well, you know what? It's paper. So you color the sloth purple. Who cares? But you also have a coloring book like this. Little simpler. Today, I just want to take these cute little narwhals and paint them all.
That's what those are. I couldn't remember what those things were.
I want to take these narwhals and I want to color pencil them or Crayola them or whatever orange. And that's what I feel like doing. And that's okay.
Good.
Makes
sense.
It's okay. Whatever. We want to explore these mediums. Maybe colored pencils drive you insane. You'll know.
Right.
Then after that little workshop, you'll know. I can't do colored pencils. That doesn't do it for me. But I love gouache. So
this is gouache.
This is gouache. This is a kind of paint. So I'm going to
Will it be finger painting?
I'm sure with the kids there will be finger painting. Yes,
Okay.
There will be.
Yeah.
But I also want to let everybody know they don't have to bring their own supplies.
Okay, so supplies will be provided.
Yes.
And there's no registration fee, right? Where there's
Correct.
no cost.
No cost whatsoever.
So this is a free class for both children and, two different classes, one for children, one for adults, and there's absolutely no cost to you. You don't have to bring your materials. Now, my understanding is you're going to show them how to find materials or use materials that are inexpensive.
Right.
So we're not talking about a huge investment.
Right.
To continue doing this after the class is over, right?
Right. And I'll just give you a little spoiler alert. That little American company who you probably used when you were in kindergarten that starts with a capital C, good stuff.
Yeah. I think we still have a few of those around our house.
That's still good stuff. And we will talk about all that.
And it's okay for adults to play with those things that we used to play with when we were in kindergarten.
That's one of my favorite mediums.
There you go. There you go.
One of my favorite mediums.
So it's okay to be a kid again.
It is okay.
If it'll help you relax,
right.
help you to deal with the stress in your life.
Yes.
Just calm down.
Calm down and
also have fun.
Exactly.
And
you may produce a work of art that you're really proud of and want to hang on the wall.
I was thinking. You never know. Some people have started this later in life and discover they have a real talent, and they can, actually do things they are proud of.
Right. And if you've never tried to paint with watercolors, you don't know that may be what you really, really enjoy. If you've never tried to use inks.
Okay.
And in the adult class, we're going to use some inks. If you've never tried using inks, you don't know, that may be just your niche, We're going to explore it all, find out what fits you without you having to buy the watercolors. You have to buy all the color pencils, have to buy all the alcohol markers, because that can get expensive when you're buying everything to find out what you like.
Well, Marta, I know what kind of a shopper you are. You're a very good bargain hunter. So I'm sure that if you discovered where the folks can get some of these materials that they really like at a little bit less cost, we're going to discover that too, aren't we?
We are. We're gonna talk about every one of these mediums and how.
Very nice.
The cheapest and best.
The workshop for children begins Tuesday. That's January the 10th. So Tuesday, January the 10th. The kids' workshop starts at 4 and goes to 4:15. And the adult workshop also starts on Tuesday the 10th. And it goes from 6:30 until 8. And both of those classes are here at JCity Center, which is 504 East Broadway. Now, if you know where JCity Church is, that hosts Lunch Bunch every year, we are right next door to JCity Church. So it's real easy to find. It's right on the main drag coming through Johnston City. And this is not limited to people from Johnston City, is it?
Oh, no. No.
You can drive in from anywhere you'd like. Since there's no cost, all you'll be out is your gas money. Just come on in and we will welcome you in. Now, the classes will probably not be huge. We're not talking about 100 people. It's going to be a hands-on thing. So we'll have a class size that will be manageable and comfortable for people to come in. And, maybe some people feel like, I don't want to try to do art in front of other people. But it's going to be no pressure. It's going to be no competition. Nobody's going to get we're not going to have best of show and all that kind of stuff, right? There's no judging, no judgment.
Absolutely, because when you start judging and criticizing, that just
takes
kills.
Away
It absolutely does.
Yeah.
One thing I did want to say is each one of these workshops is standalone.
Right.
So if you can't make the first one, that's not a big deal. The second, we will go back. If you want to hear about that medium that we discussed then we can go back and talk about that a little. But each class or workshop will be
and each
medium.
night will usually be one focused on one particular medium?
Right.
Okay.
Right,
Okay.
until the very end, and then we'll talk about some mixed media stuff where you
Okay.
use it all together. And
Now, will there be anything that would be unusual that people would not be accustomed to putting color down with? I mean, I'm thinking about, anything you might like make at home or do it yourself colors.
I hadn't even considered that.
Oh, okay.
That's something for me to consider maybe for the
Well, I know
last
there are some
week.
people that use vegetables and things
Right,
like that. So,
right.
and that's sometimes fun, a little different. But this is just really a exploration. It's a time to you kind of come. You can come and kind of figure out what you like, what you don't like, and what makes you feel better, and what doesn't make you feel better. And so that's what it's all
That's
about.
right.
It's just
That's
to help
exactly
people,
right.
and that's what we do here at JCity Center. We try to help people with their emotional health. We try to help people with their spiritual health. We try to help people get along with their families and just have better relationships. We try to rebuild bridges. That's what JCity Center is all
That's right.
about. Is whenever we get in an unhealthy state, we tend to burn the bridges around us and the connections we need with family members and friends and even churches and other organizations that we could be a part of to help the community. We burnt those bridges, and now our goal here at JCity Center is to try to rebuild those bridges. And so that's why we're offering this art class for children and for adults. Now, the children's class is a little bit shorter than the adult class. That's because you're not using all the medium with children, right?
Right, and it is going to be structured, of course, much differently
Right.
than the adult class is.
A little bit more supervision,
That's right.
Obviously.
Right, and we're going to be doing, I call it messing and gobbling.
Okay.
We're going to do more messing and gobbling.
That's what we could have called this class, messing and gobbling.
Right, because kids need that.
Okay. So it lasts for 6 weeks. So beginning January 10th and going for 6 weeks, and then the adult class will go for 2 more weeks after
Right,
that. So
right.
8 weeks total.
Right, because the adult class, we're going to then at the end, we're going to get into some ink work and some more mixed media where you can combine all the mediums together.
Okay. Sounds great. Sounds very, very like a lot of fun and really helpful for people to kind of just chill.
Right,
And
exactly.
I was thinking, this is a perfect time of the year to do this because there's not a whole lot of color outside right now, except the browns and the grays, and even the sun doesn't shine some days, and it's kind of depressing. So bring a little color
That's right.
into your life, and bring the colors of spring into the midst of the winter. I can think how that would be very helpful. Uplifting for people that get a little blue.
That's right.
Not, no pun intended, but people who get a little down during the winter months. Be great. We don't want to use the word therapy per se, but it really is just a help. Just
It
a
is.
help. This is kind of like taking your vitamins. There's no scientific proof that it's going to help, but it's recommended.
That's right.
It's a good thing that we can do for ourselves. So I've learned in the past few years is the importance of self-care, and especially during this time of year, wintertime, and maybe parents would like to get the kids out of the house for maybe an hour and be able to maybe go run an errand or two and then
That's
come
right.
back and pick them up, because the parents don't have to stay with the
No,
kids. But
they
now,
don't have to.
I'm assuming that if a parent did want to stay and watch, that they could.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, so
Absolutely.
parents are welcome, but not required to
Right.
be here. But as we said, there will be supervision and management of the kids and their participation in this. The adults, I assume, you'll have a little bit more free reign within reason. So anyway, but we'll be here at the center beginning next Tuesday, January the 10th, next Tuesday. If you have to miss the first class or any of the classes, you can still come back to the other classes because it's not required to be here each time. And I'm assuming that, the people will be able to take home whatever they create if they want to,
Yes.
or if we have we have a trash can too if
Yep.
they want to file up
Whatever
there.
they need to do.
Yeah, sometimes it's just best to maybe get those bad emotions out and just throw them in the trash
That's
can.
right.
Yeah.
That's right.
So anyway, well, thank you, Marta. This sounds like a real exciting program, and I'm so grateful that this is a new program in the new year here at JCity Center. JCity Center is doing a lot of things in the community through our sister organizations, through Take Action Today, who is providing addiction recovery resources for people in our community and surrounding communities. So we're very grateful to be working with them. They stay very busy, and it's a great ministry that they have. Also through Caring Counseling, we have mental health services, and we have something we'll talk about in a future live stream or broadcast about invested counseling, where if you do not have insurance or the only insurance you have limits you on where you can go for counseling, we have options for that called invested counseling, where you can trade community service, where you can help out our community or people in our community in exchange for time with a professional counselor that can maybe help you work through some things, either trauma or grief or depression, anxiety, and so forth. But we'll talk more about that later, and we're hoping to have more of these broadcasts here from JCity Center to let you know what we're doing here. We've been open for just a little over a year, but we've been we just kind of been gradually introducing our programs here because it just seems to be the way things are going to be done. But that's okay. Johnston City is a great community. We have lots of issues, but we want to be able to address those with the greatest wisdom and not just put Band-Aids on things. We want to offer long-term solutions for long-term problems. So anyway, if you need, oh, by the way, this is not required for people to sign up for this. I almost forgot. But if you'd like to sign up and let us know that you're coming, that would maybe help us make sure we have enough materials for everyone. You can do that through our Facebook page. There is a link on the Facebook page to a registration form that's on our website, jcity.center. That is our website, jcity.center, and it's real easy to find. And JCity Center is found on Facebook as well. You can keep up with what's going on here in our building. There are links there also to the other organizations, Take Action Today and Caring Counseling, and you can also sign up for other volunteer opportunities here at JCity Center through our website. So JCity Center, we also have a business line, a phone number that you could call for information, or if you need last minute instructions, need directions, it's 618-952 1272, 618-952-1272. That's 952-1272. You can call that number, and if we don't answer, leave a message and we'll get right back with you. But I don't think you'll have any trouble finding us. We're right here in Johnston City, near the corner of Broadway and Monroe, right next to the JCity Church, the Free Will Baptist Church. That actually is the mother, the parent of JCity Center. So anyway, so God bless and have a great day.